Hey everyone, it's Miss Sarrett here to show you how to measure angles. Be sure you have your jams ready because you will be taking notes over this video and you will be completing a reflection. You can title your pages Measuring Angles, and here is your TEKS objective. So you're going to use appropriate tools to measure angles and solve problems that involve measuring angles. Go ahead and write this in your notes section. When you're done with this, pause the video and take a moment to fill out your learning goal and what you already know about this topic. Let's start by talking about what an angle is. An angle is formed by two rays with one common endpoint. So on this picture here, we have two rays, and they meet at this common endpoint. Whenever we name an angle, we usually have three letters. So in this picture, we have A, B, and C. So this would be angle ABC. Whatever letter is in the middle at the endpoint, that has to be in the middle of the name. So we could call this angle ABC, or we could call it angle CBA. As long as the letter B is in the middle, that's all we need. This common endpoint that the two rays share is called the vertex, and that's the intersection of the two rays. You could also think of it as a beak. It kind of looks like a bird's beak, so you could call it the beak of the angle. And this is your vertex. So when we measure an angle, what are we actually measuring? Well, whenever we measure it, we're calculating the distance between the two rays. And you can see where I kind of colored it in orange. That's the distance. That's what we're trying to figure out. That's the angle we're measuring. We measure angles in degrees. Now, this is not the degrees that you think of with temperature. This is something completely different. These are the degrees we use for angles. And with angles, 1 degree equals 1 out of 360th of a circle, as you can see right here. We're actually going to talk about that a little bit more in the next video. So how do we actually measure the angle? Well, we have to use a protractor, and I have a picture of one right here. So here are the steps. Number 1, we want to place the point of the protractor on the vertex. The point of the protractor is going to be on the bottom in the very center. You'll just line that up with the vertex of your angle. Second, you want to make sure that one side of the angle passes through 0. So what that means is you just want to make sure that one side of your angle or one ray is horizontal, like you see here, and it's just going to pass right through 0. Third, you're going to read the scale. So you're going to see where your second ray intersects with the numbers. And then that's going to be your measurement. So this one intersects with 120. So this angle measures 120 degrees. So let's measure this angle right here. So I have my protractor. I need to find the center. It may be a little hard to see, but it's right here. I want to line this up with the vertex of my angle. And then I want to make sure that this line passes through 0. Now I'm going to check to see where this intersects. And it intersects at about 64. So I know that this angle is going to measure 64 degrees. Now what do I do if I have a really small angle and it doesn't quite reach the numbers on the protractor? Well, it's really simple. Just take a ruler and extend your line. Now let's try this again. I'm lining up the center of the protractor with the vertex. I have this ray passing through 0. And remember, on a protractor, it goes 0 to 180 this way. It also goes 0 to 180 the opposite direction. So it doesn't matter if the angle is facing left or right. So I have extended my ray. And this comes out to about 109 degrees. So angle DEF measures 109 degrees. Now you will need a protractor next week. There are some pretty cool ones. This one actually measures for you. Don't forget to finish your reflection at the end of this video.